Okay, so a couple of things that are also important. If you have any lines in your spreadsheet, there are this dark yellow and this note down here. I'm actually going to train you guys on that later because that's just an extra. It's a postal thing that we have to do occasionally, and I just feel like this isn't the right format to train you on that. But if you have this bar and this note on it, just leave it and make sure if you add any lines or anything like that, that it stays, that the bar that was highlighted is still highlighted. So if you'll just leave that alone, and someday when we're doing an actual training on more postal details, I'll go over that. So the other thing is, I already showed you about making sure your lines are totaling correctly. And same thing here. If you double click on that total here, it'll put a box around that and a box around that. So you just want to make sure that everything's working right on your spreadsheet. And it looks like for some reason this one didn't have these. So I'll make sure when I share yours with you, those are calculating the right way when you receive it. Another important thing, and I'm switching over to this EDDM website, another thing you can do, and I kind of showed you in the other video, is you could start out by just sorting the income demographics and then checking your spreadsheet for which routes were the ones that were skipped last time, and then just making sure that they're still the lowest demographic. And so you'll see here that 64, 17, 3, and 69, and those match up. So that's another way you can kind of do it in reverse, but either way, that's the best way to do it. Now, as Utah keeps growing, the building has been crazy. It's not so bad in the winter right now, but these numbers will increase as time goes by. And so if you decide that you want to mail to fewer homes, we're required in the FDD to hit 20,000 homes or within 100 or so of 20,000 homes. But if currently you've been mailing to 22,000 and you want to decrease, or there's a lot of homes being built, and so after you've entered in all of these numbers, your number has jumped up dramatically, then I would just go back over to this postal website and decide how you want to exclude the next route. So you might decide to kick out the next lowest income, or you might go to this map here, and if you're familiar with the area, you might say, you know what, I want to take this one out. And so either way, and the training, on this website is more thorough as far as how to do that. But really, that's it. It's pretty straightforward and simple. It usually takes me maybe 10 to 15 minutes per zone. And this will just give you guys the power to select the routes you want to go to. If you ever have anybody, especially a business owner, say, hey, I didn't get the magazine at my house, it might be because they live in a route that is skipped, and you can look that up. You can actually look it up in here. If you get their street address, you can type in the full address and you'll be able to see which route they're in. And so there are certain circumstances as time goes by that you're going to want to have control over where you mail, and you'll get pieces of information that might make you want to adjust that. So anyway, hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know if you have questions.